Get the center of it. Okay. Now you hold your end up still.
Talk us through it, Allie.
Get your ankles out.
What are we doing here, Allie?
We are putting transfer paper on the plastic. You can let it go.
Okay.
Make sure we rub it in so that way all of it shows up. And
this is getting used for a custom AFO?
Yes, it is.
Awesome, look at that. Nice.
Oh! Oh! That's never happened before? Okay. Yeah, we'll worry about later.
Back up a little more?
Yeah. Throw some gloves on? Yeah, enough? There, you see it? Yep.
It's going. It wants to go.
Where isn't it going? Okay, hold on.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay. No, we got it. No wrinkles.
That would be cool if they're rainbow.
Isn't it beautiful?
Here. Use this.
I don't know where's that. Oh, you're
Just wrap it around. Thank you. You are? Okay, so right now I'm going to be drawing the trim lines for this semi-solid AFO. The first thing that I always start with is the upper portion that's going to hold them in the brace. And you want to bisect the leg and then leave enough of an opening so that way they can still get their leg in pretty easily. So we're going to go back there. And we want it symmetrical on both sides. And then solid ankle, we're going to bisect the malleoli, so we're going to also bisect the leg. It's a pretty good line, also keeps it symmetrical. And this trim line here is going to end just proximal to the metatarsal heads. Okay, and the height for now, I'm just going to stick with the highest, as high as we can go, so that way we'll have as much material to work with as we need. In the back, you drop it lower a little bit so when they bend their leg, they have some room, and then just taper it up. Put it on this one. Okay, those are pretty even. Bring this one up. Okay, now we're ready to cut it off.
All right.
We're not going to do it all in one piece because the saw's pretty hot right now.
Okay.
$10,000 for your GMS lease down payment, dual sign, see dealer for details.
When you take these off, you have to be careful for it not to break at the ankles. If it's curled over too much, you can snap the plastic.
Okay.
There we go.
Very nice. Good job, Allie.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so what we have here is the AFO. It's been cut off the cast. We have our trim lines drawn on, and so the next step is to get as close as we can as the trim lines with the wheel. Okay, so now that we've got close to the trim lines, we'll use the router here to hit all of the corners and any of the smaller areas to grind. So because these are bilateral braces, meaning that there's one for each side, the next step after getting them to the trim lines is to make them look identical. And once that is done, the edges are rounded, which these ones are, but we need to smooth them up, so we're going to use a fine cone, and then we're going to use a buffing cone, and after that they'll be ready for straps.
Is that pretty reasonable with that?
Okay, so the first thing to do when making the strap is to measure the length. On one side, we're going to go to where the buckle's going to be on the other side. And right about to the middle, and we're going to go with 16. The strap's already been cut, so we're good to go. This is the hook, it's the scratchy Velcro, and then the soft is going to be the majority of the strap, so that way it's soft on the patient's skin. We're going to use a little bit of hook because the patient will still have strength from about 3 inches, but we don't want to have too much. And when sewing, you want to back stitch the first two, just so that way it's it's solid and it's not going to fray in.
Alright, man, stay in touch, let me know what's going on. Yeah, you know, November 14th. They 1 year season. It is, but on the other hand, I'm sure I'm going to see more than I've ever seen here, you know.
Okay, so after we have the strap made, one of them's already done. The next thing to do is to make sure that the straps are going to be placed on there so that way they are symmetrical. We have the first strap done and then we have the buckle placed for the second. Now all we have to do is you can cut that all out. Stop it. Okay. The next step is to punch a hole in the strap and rivet that.
Things going on yet this week, so look forward to it. We got the action auction tomorrow. That'll be 9 till 5.
Plus, don't forget our 17th friend of the week at 7:15 tomorrow morning.
First, we have to drill a hole where the strap is going to go.
Wow, yeah, Friday night, is her day?
We're going to be on Friday night. Yeah. We're going to be on Thursday this week to get started. But we're going to be finding out about the Dow Chargers, which will actually be a second game of a doubleheader.
Really?
So take note of the special kickoff time, 8 o'clock at night.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so if it's past your bedtime, or sleep time anyway, you just lay in bed, listen to the
Yeah,
game.
that's the best way anyway.
Yeah.
I was just out the Tigers growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right here's 1490 you'll have that night.
Okay, good.
And we'll also stream it on the website.
Which is WMPX, WMRX.com.
We're in the same place you can get a list of auction items.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everyone have a great day.
See ya.
Sunny 97.7 with a look at what's happening here in mid-Michigan.
Don't miss the Midland Farmers Market. Wednesdays and Saturdays from 7 till noon. At the foot of Ashton Street near the trade in downtown. And that's what's happening in mid-Michigan. From Sunny 97.7. The Jeep Summer Sales Event at McDonald's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of China and Big Rapid. Save big on Jeep, including a hot new Jeep Cherokee. McDonald's is offering Jeep Cherokee for $2,000. 2,000 pounds. Along with a $500 rebate. The Jeep Cherokee is hot and McDonald's stock full. Stop in and pick out yours today. It's the Jeep Summer Sales Event at McDonald's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 6th Street in Clinton. And North Clinton to be there online at McDonald's.
One sec, let's be there. Who's this? Oh, what's up? She absolutely does for you.